The lights are slowly fading across the quiet street. I'm sitting with the silence where my thoughts and shadows meet. Nothing feels too certain, nothing needs to be. I'm just here for a moment, letting time move through me. It's okay if you don't feel strong tonight. You're still moving forward, even in the quiet. This night is passing through me, soft as it can be, holding all the pieces of who I used to be. It's alright to stay here, you don't have to run. Even in the stillness, you are not undone. The hours don't rush past me, they gently drift away. Every breath I'm taking is enough for me to stay. I don't need the answers, I don't need to know where this road is leading. I just let it go. If the dark feels deeper, I'll be here with you. You don't have to carry everything you do. This night is passing through me, quiet, slow and kind, leaving gentle traces in the corners of my mind. You don't need to fix it, you don't need to try. Even in the silence, you're allowed to just be alive. Slowly, slowly, let it pass. You are here, and that's enough. The night feels longer than it used to be. Every little silence speaks to me. I don't need the answers, I don't need to know. I just need a moment to let go. You don't have to move now, you can stay. Let the night surround you anyway. Stay with me tonight in this quiet place. We don't need to say anything. Stay with me tonight, let the time go by. We don't need to try to be anything. Every passing second feels so light, like it's slowly lifting off the night. You don't need to follow where it goes. You can just be here and let it flow. If you feel alone now, I am here in the quiet moment. You are near. Stay with me tonight. Don't go far. Even in the darkness, there you stay. Just stay.
Close your eyes slowly, let the night come in. You don't need to hold on to where you've been. Every quiet moment has a place to stay. You don't need to push it all away. Just breathe in softly, let it go again. You don't need to fight it, you don't need to pretend. Just breathe with me tonight, nothing more to do. Let the silence hold you like it always knew. You don't need to be strong, you don't need to try. Even in the quiet, you are still alive. All the weight you're feeling doesn't have to stay. You can let it loosen, drift away. Every single heartbeat is enough for now. You don't need a reason or a how. If your thoughts keep running, let them pass you by. You don't have to follow, you don't have to try. Just breathe with me tonight, let it all be slow. Even in the stillness, you are allowed to glow. Breathe in, breathe out, that's enough. You can leave it all at the door. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to try. Even in your weakness, you can just lie. You don't have to be strong, not tonight. You don't have to hold on so tight. You can let it go. You can let it fall. You don't need to carry it all. Every quiet feeling has a place to stay. You don't need to push it away. You can sit in silence. You can close your eyes. You don't need a reason or disguise. If your heart is tired, let it be that way. You don't need to fight it. You can stay. You don't have to be strong, not tonight. Even in your darkness, there is light. Not tonight. Just breathe. Just breathe. In this quiet room where nothing really moves, I can hear my heartbeat echo through the blue. All the things I'm holding feel too much to keep, so I let them settle somewhere soft and deep. You don't have to hurry. You don't have to change. Even broken moments still deserve a place. It's okay to stay like this in the fading light. You don't need a reason to be tired tonight. You don't have to fix yourself or become someone new. Even in your silence, there is something true. Every quiet second feels a little long, but I'm learning slowly. I don't have to be strong. There's a kind of healing in just letting go of the need for answers. I don't need to know. If your heart feels heavy, lay it down with me. We can sit together in this stillness gently. It's okay to stay like this. Nothing needs to change. Even in the darkness, you are not too strange. You don't have to prove a thing. You don't have have to move. Even in your quiet, you are still enough. Stay, just stay. You're enough this way.
There's a quiet corner in the back of your mind where nothing really hurts and time is kind. You don't have to search it, it will find you there. When your heart is tired and unaware, you can lay it down now. You don't have to hold every little memory that's grown too cold. This is a place you can rest. You don't have to move. Even in your weakness, there is something true. You don't need to prove it. You don't need to try. You are still enough, even just getting by. Every quiet feeling has a place to stay. You don't need to push it all away. Time will move around you, soft and slow. You don't need to follow, you can just let go. If you feel like falling, I will stay with you. You don't have to carry what you've been through. This is a place you can rest. You don't have to run. Even in the darkness, you are not undone. Rest, just rest. The night is slowly breathing through the open air. I can feel the silence settling everywhere. All the thoughts I carried start to fall apart, like they never really belonged inside my heart. You don't need to hold on, you can let it be. Even in the quiet, you're still here with me. Quietly, you're still here. Even when it's hard, even when the world feels a little too far. You don't need a reason, you don't need to know where your heart is going. You can take it slow. Nothing needs feel it soften every part of me, like the night is saying you can just be free. If you lose your balance, I'll stay by your side. You don't have to hide it, you don't have to fight. Quietly you're still here, even in the dark, even when you're drifting far from where you are. You don't need to rush it, you don't need to try. Even in the stillness, you're allowed to just be alive. Still here, still breathing. Still you. There's a kind of healing in the quiet air when you stop pretending you don't care. Every breath you're taking, soft and slow, is enough to let your feelings go. You don't need a reason, you don't need to know. Healing doesn't hurry, it moves slow. In the quiet you heal, bit by bit. Every broken feeling starts to fit. You don't need to see it, you don't need to try. Even in the silence you'll be alright. Time is not against you, it's on your side. Even when it feels like you can't hide. Every single moment gives you space to slowly find your resting place. If you feel like breaking, that's okay. You don't need to push it all away. In the quiet you heal, soft and true. Even when it's hidden inside you. Gently. The way you're holding doesn't have to stay. It can slowly loosen, drift away. You don't need a reason to feel this way. Every quiet moment can gently sway. It's alright to feel it, hurry. Nothing needs to change. Even all the stillness isn't strange. Time is moving softly through your hands. You don't need to follow, you can just stand. If it feels too heavy, let it fall apart. You don't have to carry every broken part. Slowly it will fade. You don't have to try. Even in the quiet, you are still alive. Fade, just fade. The city lights are fading into softer lines. Every sound is slowing down inside my mind. I don't need to chase it, I don't need to run. This moment is enough, even if it's undone. Let it stay unfinished, let it be unclear. You don't need the answers to be safe right here. Nothing needs to change tonight. You can stay this way. Even all the broken parts don't have to fade away. You don't need to fix it, you don't need to try. Even in your silence, you are doing fine. Every little feeling doesn't need a name. You can let it pass you like a quiet rain. Time is moving gently, even if you're not. You are still becoming more than what you thought. If it feels too heavy, let it slowly fall. You don't need to carry everything at all. Nothing needs to change tonight. Nothing needs to move, even in your stillness. There is something true. Stay
You don't need to reach for something more. You don't need to open every door. What you have right now is enough. Even if it feels a little rough, you don't need to prove it. You don't need to try. Even just existing is enough tonight. Let it be enough. Just like this. Every quiet moment, every little miss. You don't need to change it. You don't need to move. Even in your stillness, there is something true. All the things you're feeling can remain. You don't need to turn them into something else again. Time will move around you, soft and slow. You don't need to follow, you can let it go. If you feel uncertain, let it be. You don't need to know what you'll be. Let it be enough. Just tonight. Even in the darkness, there is a light. Just enough. Just enough.
Even when the night feels long and nothing seems to change, you are still enough right now. Even in the strange, you don't need to hold it all. You don't need to know where your heart is going or how it's meant to grow. Just stay where you are. That's more than enough. You don't need to be anything else. You are still enough. Even now, you don't need a reason or a how. Even in your quiet, even in your pain, you are still enough. Just the same. Time is softly passing through your hands. You don't need to chase it or understand. Every little moment has its place, even if it leaves without a trace.
The night is not against you, it's holding you instead. Every quiet moment cradles what you said. You don't need to hide it, you don't need to run. Even in the darkness, you are not undone. Let it stay soft, let it stay slow. You don't need to rush, you don't need to know. The night holds you gently, like it always knew. Every part of you is still true. You don't need to fix it, you don't need to fight. You are safe here in the night. Every breath you're taking brings you back again to a place where nothing needs to end. You can rest your thoughts now, let them fall. You don't need to carry them at all. If your heart is breaking, let it be. You are still surrounded quietly. The night holds you gently, soft and deep. Even all your worries go to sleep. Gently, so gently. You don't have to hurry, you're not behind. Every step you're taking is still in time. Even if it feels like you're too slow, there's no place you need to go. You are right here, that's enough. You don't need to be more than this. Nothing is too late, not tonight. Even in the darkness, there is light. You don't need to fix it, you don't need to try. Even just existing is alright. Time is not a race you need to win, it's just something you're living in. Every quiet second counts the same, even if it doesn't feel like change. If you feel uncertain, let it stay. You don't need to find another way. Nothing is too late. You are here, even in your silence, even in your fear. You don't have to harden to survive. You don't need to fight to feel alive. Even in your softness, there is strength. You don't need to measure any length. Let it stay gentle, let it stay kind. You don't need to change your mind. Stay soft tonight. Don't let go of the quiet parts you already know. You don't need to break, you don't need to hide. There's something safe inside. Every quiet feeling has its place. You don't need to rush or erase. Time will move around you, soft and slow. You don't need to follow, you can let it flow. If you feel like falling, that's okay. You don't need to push it away. Stay soft tonight, stay the same. Even in the silence, there is no shame. Just soft.
All the things you're holding can be set aside. You don't need to carry what's inside. Every quiet moment gives you space to slowly find a softer place. You don't need to hold on, you can let it go. Even in the silence, you will know. You can let it rest, just for now. You don't need to wonder when or how. Even all the heavy things you feel will slowly fade and gently heal. Nothing needs to happen right away. You can just be here and stay. Time is not demanding anything. You don't need to be everything. If your thoughts are racing, let them slow. You don't need to fall everything will soften with the light. Rest. Let it rest.
There is something quiet in this space where nothing needs to be replaced. Every breath is steady, soft and low. You don't need to move, you don't need to go. Let it stay like this, let it be. You don't need to change anything. In this stillness, you are safe. Nothing here you need to chase. Even in the silence, you can stay. There is nothing you need to say. All the noise is fading far away, leaving only what can stay. You don't need to hold on, you don't need to try. Even in this quiet, you are alive. If you feel like drifting, let it be. You are still right here with me. In this stillness, you are whole. Nothing missing from your soul. Even in the silence, you can hear something soft that's always near. You don't have to say it, you don't have to know. You are not alone in this slow. Even if it feels like no one's there, there is something in the air. You're not alone here, not tonight. Even in the darkness, there is light. You don't need to fight it, you don't need
quiet moment holds you still. You don't need to change or will. Time is softly passing through your hands. You don't need to understand. If your heart feels empty, let it be. You are still here with me. You're not alone here, even now. You don't need a reason or a how. Not alone, never. You don't need to walk this on your own. The night can carry you back home. Every quiet second feels so light, like it's lifting you through the night. You don't need to try, you don't need to move. Let it carry you. Let the night carry you. Soft and slow. You don't need to know where you go. Even in the silence, you are free to just be. All the things you're holding can release. You can find a kind of peace. Nothing needs to happen right away. You can just be here and stay. If you feel uncertain, that's okay. You don't need to find another way. Let the night carry you through it all. You don't need to answer every call. Carry you gently.
Right here in this moment, you can stay. You don't need to push it away. Every quiet heartbeat is enough change, you don't need to move. You are already enough. This is enough. Just like this, every quiet moment, every little miss. You don't need to fix it, you don't need to try. Even in the silence, you are alive. Time will keep on moving, soft and slow. You don't need to follow, you can let it go. Every single feeling has its place, even if it fades without a trace. If you feel uncertain, let it be. You are still enough to me. This is